All right, we are up and going, so should be working for everyone.
Alright.
What is?
Oh,
The recording.
yeah, I'm recording right now.
Oh,
So we're going to get started. So once again, thank you guys for being part of this game and everything. Guess just give yourself an introduction. I think we know each other for the most part. Tell them kind of what class and race you're playing. Don't need to go to your background story yet. Just kind of let everyone know what you're playing.
uh,
Hello. Oh, I guess I'll go first. Hello, I'm Chris. I am playing Marthas, the Tiefling Wizard.
I'm Sam, and I'm playing Vingar, the rogue.
Hey there, I'm John, and I'm playing Menger the Minotaur.
Okay, your voice is like cut out for half of you. For some reason, I don't know why.
Just go ahead and introduce yourself. It seemed to work for me.
Hello, my name is Christian. I am playing a Diva Avenger named Matthew.
Okay. And we also have, I guess Thomas, who's I guess maybe out sick today, but he's playing a half orc paladin. Tonight I'll go ahead and play it for him, but that's who we have so far. So, the way we're going to start off is you guys are in the town of Brindle. It is in what's called Brindle Valley or Elsir Valley. You should have a handout for it. It's the Elsir Vale, Brindle Valley, but it's a pretty big valley. Main town is Brindle.
Are we in the town itself or the valley?
You are in the town itself right now. You're starting in Brindle. I believe John and Vengrin are together. I'm pretty sure that Mathis and Mathil, you guys are together too.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll think of something for Haru since he's not here. I got an idea for him, so I'll bring him in when I'm ready. So you guys are in the town. If you look at the handout for the town itself, you can see it's actually a fairly large town. It's got about 6,700 people in it, and about another
I
thousand
can't.
people. Can you not? Can you click on the journals?
No, I can't click on the town. It'll let me click on anything else, but it won't let me click on the town itself, like the picture for it.
Okay. So don't worry about the so much about the numbers on town. The publication I got this from didn't actually. They must have forgot to put what things mean what. So kind of just go from the wording on what's listed there. So this town has about 1,000 people living within 5 feet and 5 mile radius, and then another 6,700 people. It's a pretty diverse town. It's mostly humans, but it's also got half elf and dwarves, a couple dragonborn. Uh, Definitely got some looks when Minger and Venrin walked in town, especially Minger. Got some looks because not very often they see a big old minotaur walking through town. And Mathis, you got some dirty stares too, being
Yeah,
a
imagine.
tiefling. The government has a council, most of whom are landlords and guild masters. There is a main person named Lord Warden Harik Orena, who is the main face of the town. It's got about 200 soldiers at arms and a little small militia. It has several inns, several taverns, a large number of guilds, and a fair amount of suppliers too. There's also quite a few temples in town as well. I mean, there's 6 temples in town for a bunch of different deities. No more than Minger, unfortunately, but just about everything else it seems.
That's odd.
Well, it's not a big mining town so much, so there's dwarves in town, but there's not a huge amount. So that's kind of where you guys are off. You guys are in the town now. You can kind of go around the town if you want, visit a couple of areas if you want to, um, and we'll kind of see how you guys get together.
I'm gonna have to refresh my page because I really can't click on the map for some reason.
Go for it. Does the map at least pop up for you, like in the handout? Can you see
It's
it in the
there, I
handout?
just can't. Yeah, it's there, I just can't click on it.
Okay.
Is there any like magic places that sell magic by any chance?
There
Or
are actually no wizards in town. There's no wizard
interesting.
tower or anything like that.
Not even like a store of some sort.
You might be able to find a couple things, maybe at the suppliers.
Okay.
You might be able to find some rituals at one of the temples or something like that. But there's no wizards guild. There's no wizards that live in town. I mean, even though it's a fairly large and prosperous town, it still isn't big enough that it's going to have its own wizard.
Is there a library by any chance?
About the only the College of Ion is probably the closest you're going to find to a library.
Okay.
Ion being the deity of like knowledge and things like
Gotcha.
that.
Interesting.
One
Very
of them.
interesting.
Ogma as well, but there's no Ogma here. But there's a College of Ion.
Okay. Marthal, do you wish to go to the college and see if what information we can gather of this town? Christian, you there?
Yeah, sorry. I'm gonna exit and enter and see if this fixes my little problem I'm having.
User disconnected from your channel.
So what about you, Minger and Vengrin? What do you guys want to do? You guys
Oh,
just
Dad.
got into
User entered
town.
your channel.
Well, Dad, I'm tired. I say we go to the inn and get something to eat.
Okay, but we're gonna have to be careful because you know they don't care for my kind around here.
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
They
Okay.
might make me stay in the stables.
Do you guys want to go to an inn or do you want to go to one of the taverns? There's a number of choices there.
I say we go to one of the taverns and just sort of ask around about what's going on in this town and everything. See if there's any work for adventurers around here.
Yeah, we're kind of low on money.
Okay. So which tavern do you want to go to? I mean, there's a nice list of them you can go to.
Yeah, I still can't click on the map for some reason.
It's not on the map. It's if you scroll down, should be a writing.
We could go to the Blue Parrot. You can't go wrong in a place called the Blue Parrot.
Eh, true.
All right. So you guys go to Blue Parrot. It's not a bad inn. It's got its normal decor. There's outside of it there is a weathered sign that's what used to be painted blue, but now the paint's a little chipped and worn, and there's a carving of a parrot on it on the sign. So you go in, and I'll actually take you to the inn.
Nice.
Oh, these people are old and white. This is not good.
So you walk into this inn. Let me get your token. And you definitely get some stairs.
I would be about like 16, 17, right?
Whatever age you want to be.
I'd say
Yeah.
about 17 then.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. You're ready to go out and start your adventuring and stuff, so you're, just coming of age or whatever.
There you guys are. So you guys are in the town, or in the tavern, Blue Parrot, and you get some looks, and some people are eating, and they kind of what the lady in front of you is eating. She drops her food, and her mouth opens wide. The bartender is cleaning a glass, and he looks up and he sees the Minotaur, and he starts to sputter, and he actually drops the glass, and it falls and breaks.
So, the blue parrot, right?
Yep. You can move your tokens too. You can move around.
Okay, I'm gonna slowly and very carefully walk over to the bar.
You can move your token too. You should be able to control it.
Yeah, I had him in the wrong place.
Okay.
I was hitting the wrong thing.
So you walk over there, and he goes, "Don't see much of your kind around here."
Yes, sir, and I know that my kind are probably got a bad reputation, but I am one of the chosen of Moradin, and I just choose to come here and spread the good word and have a cold drink. So, how you doing?
Well, as long as you don't cause any problems and cause no bar fights, we'll be fine.
No, sir, we're just new in town. We're not looking for trouble. We're just looking for work. And I put a gold piece on the bar, and by me and Vendrin around while we kind of check out everybody else.
He says, "Who's this young whelp beside you?"
This is my son.
At that, he drops the other glass he was cleaning.
I say.
He does a little double take. Oh, I'm sure there's a good story behind that. And then he gets another glass or two mugs and pours some drink in there and hands one to each of you. Says, "Oh, you mentioned work. Well, town's pretty quiet right now. Although I do remember hearing about maybe a little bit of work that might be found. Um, the supplier, Gavriel Arms and Smithy, a couple dwarven supplier. They mentioned something about maybe looking for some people to investigate something for them."
Well, that sounds like something we could get into.
Yeah, sounds fun.
And he gives you directions to where they're at in town.
Nice, that'll work. All right, so I guess we just, Sam, you want to like wander around, talk to anybody? You'll probably get a little better response from the folks than I will.
Not that I can really think of. I mean, oh wait. Is there anybody of suspicious character around here in the bar? Like, a thief, perhaps?
Oh, you see that you're probably there about lunchtime, and most people are enjoying their afternoon meal. No one's really got heavy drinking yet. I mean, there's kind of a small group in the back eating a meal, and there's a couple other groups and couples, most by themselves. They all look like average, common people for the most part. They're just enjoying
just working types.
Yep, they're just on their little break from whatever their job is right now, grabbing their lunch meal.
Oh, that reminds me, Shane. I forgot to ask. Did you actually end up cooperating the whole thief talking to this one?
Not yet. We haven't had a. If you think of a way to use it, we can go that, but we could talk about that later too. It's probably not gonna happen this one. I got something kind of planned for us, so we'll be fine this one.
Okay.
So that's what you guys have done so far. Why don't we switch back over to Chris and Mathel, or sorry, Mathel and Mathis, and we'll see where they're going.
Yeah.
Cool.
Christian, can you hear us okay?
I think I can now.
Okay. So, Mathal, do you wish to go to the library and diverge into some information about this town?
I think going to a library would be useful right now.
Yes. So, we wish to go to the college that you mentioned earlier, Shane.
The College of Ione?
Yes. We want to go there and look up any information about this town, its history, or anything that we can dig up that would be useful to us in our travels of information.
Sure. So you go there and you meet. Let me see. I think I have this written down. You get to the college, and you're meet by a couple of, I don't know if they're called clerics or not, but clergy, and they bring you in. They take you to an elf who is the head clergy there. His name is Ianhan Wisdomancer, and he says, Ah, new faces in town. What can we do for you in our College of Ione here?
I am Mathis, and I'm on a quest to find all knowledge possible. Um, as we came through, we saw this large town of yours and suspected there to be very much useful information for us to get a hold of. Any history or lore about this town would be greatly appreciated.
Oh, the town of Brindle. Have you never heard of the battle of the Red Hand that took place here?
No, I have not.
Well, about 20 years ago, there was a very large battle took place right here in town of Brindle when a horde of hobgoblins and goblins and ogres came down and attacked this area. They call themselves the Red Hand. Um, they were defeated here by a group of adventurers, but this is kind of what made the name for this town is this Battle of the Red Hand.
Why did the hobgoblins attack the town? Were they just simply raiders?
There's just a horde of goblin or hobgoblins trying to make. I don't know if they're trying to make a name for themselves, rape, pillage, that sort of thing. Who knows what these hobgoblins think?
And is this Red Hand still active today, or did your adventurers take care
Oh
of them
no,
once and
they were wiped out. If you go to the city hall, you can still see a couple memorabilia from that time that we have from it. A couple shields that have Red Hand on them, things like that. Just artifacts that we have collected. But
sounds
the Red Hand has
interesting.
not been. The Red Hand was destroyed then and has not been around.
Well, that is very good for y'all now, I guess.
Do you have any other
That's all.
questions for us?
Other questions? I don't think so. Oh, where is the closest tavern, as it is late in the evening and we wish to rest from our weary travels?
Oh, it's still afternoon.
That was afternoon.
It's afternoon. So he says, "Oh, tavern wise, we got a number of taverns. Um, I prefer the Blue Parrot myself. It's a quiet little tavern and not a lot of trouble there. Um, that's where I recommend." Says, I noticed you seem to be the wizarding type. We have
Yes.
we have a number of fine rituals here too that we could look at as well.
You do.
Yes.
May I see of some of them now while I am here?
Sure.
For future reference, of course.
So they have 4 rituals for sale in the Temple of Ion that you could use, that you could buy from them. One is called Lower Water. The other one's called Comrade Sucre, Resonance Crystal, and Calm Emotions.
Yeah, I gotta pull up that part. You can see what level these are.
They're all level 1.
Oh, are they? Okay, cool.
Yes.
Well, I don't have the money for any of them, obviously,
You
but
probably don't, but I want to show them to you. I mean,
Future reference,
you may
gotcha.
come back and want them or something. Just want to
Okay.
know that this is what the College of Ion has to offer.
can
And
we get like a handout that we can edit or something?
I have a
Right,
handout
that-
for you. I'm just not going to give it to you yet.
Okay, well, okay, I'll have to. Gotcha.
I do have a handout for you guys that has like more stuff for sale. I'm just waiting for you guys to do a little more exploring, looking around before I give it to you.
Oh, okay, so there's one. Okay, that's good.
Okay.
These are very fine rituals you have. As of now, we are low on money. Hopefully, once we gather more gold, we can come by and purchase some of these very fine rituals.
Oh, no problem. Just wanted to let you know what we have. Is there any other questions you have for me?
I have none. Mathal, do you have any questions you wish to ask them?
I'll just stay silent.
Okay.
I guess he has something to say. He's not very much talkative type, but if he has something he wants to say, he'll speak his mind. We thank you for your help, whatever his name is.
Ian Hand.
Ian, we thank you for your help, Ian Hand. We will go to the tavern that you mentioned, and I hope to see you in the future.
With that, he wishes you well and shows you the door.
Alrighty, we're gonna head to this blue parrot.
Okay, you get there. You guys walk in. You see it's a nice, clean little tavern, and you see at the bar quite the sight of two, or of a minotaur and a short human next to him. Well, short compared to the minotaur. And you see the innkeeper or the tavern keeper is nervously cleaning, and several people are eating and looking back, and but no one's being hostile or anything like that.
That's good. Marthas, let us take a table. I wish to recline back and rest my weary feet.
It's Marthul, you idiot.
Marthul, my bad. Do you see a table that you like?
I'll just turn to the right and go towards the corner table.
Alrighty.
I'm just gonna kind of look at Dad and go, wow, an even stranger pair just walked in.
Yeah, we're really bringing down the quality of this inn quick.
Is that a lizard?
I'm going to pull out one of my books and start writing down some the lore and stuff that I learned today.
I'll just sit there until the barmaid comes up.
Hello there. I'm gonna look up from my writing because I noticed movement.
She
I'm gonna
goes,
say hello.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Welcome to the Blue Parrot. I'm your hostess. What can I get for you?
I'll have a cup of your finest mead.
And anything for you, my quiet sir.
He'll take
I'll
a
just
cup
have
also.
some water.
Or he'll take some water.
And she kind of raises her eye, which sees Mathis answering for Mathil, and then walks off.
I'm gonna whisper over here to my thought. I'm like, look at those two at the bar. They look quite unique, or a unique pair. I seriously doubt they're together. There's no way.
I'm gonna look at him and say, well, I doubt we're any less unique.
And so, Mingar and Vergan, you see this Barbie walker says, Master, you see what's over there? The guy has horns. And the other one is a very weird pale complexion. What are those? They're not human. And the guy goes, quiet wench. And he says, you treat our patrons right. We don't have you gossiping around. What do they order? And she says, oh, first the other one wants some of our pig slop mead, and the other one wants water. And he kind of raises his eyebrow at the mention of water, but he's like, okay, whatever. And he gets it and he gives it to her, and she walks off. So that's what you two hear.
She's talking about people with horns.
Yeah.
That ain't
So-
cool.
Heck, I almost said something, but then I thought we probably might get in a fight because of it.
And she comes over and she says, here you go, our finest mead and a glass of water. And she puts it on the table and she says, that'll be 10 silver.
Yeah, I'll pay for it. Yeah, there you go.
And she walks off to go do some of her other bar maidenly things.
As I'm sipping my drink, I'm going to continue writing down all the information I learned today.
Hey, Dad.
What you got?
That one over there. He looks like not the one with the horns, but the one with the. Oh, what was that? What is he actually?
He's a diva.
No,
He's-
I'm asking Dad because I
Yeah.
actually don't know
Oh, okay, my
in
bad.
character and out of character.
Oh,
That
hold
would
on a
be
second. I got an idea. Give me an Arcana check, John Minger.
Alrighty.
That's wonderful. So Diva, what you know, John, is that Devas are immortal creatures. They are natives to the Astral Sea, and pretty much were servants of the gods. They pretty much they live, they die, and they're reborn. They have they are servitors of gods, and they are spirits who chose to bind themselves to the world in mortal flesh. For millennia, their souls have been reborn to wage an endless war against the force of darkness, and most devas are fiercely committed to the cause of the good in their gods. A diva whose soul becomes corrupted risks being reborn as a rakshasa. So that's pretty much what you know. They are similar to humans, but they have an unearthly beauty and an uncanny stillness about them. They're tall and they're slender. So that's what you know about the devas. You recognize him as a deva.
Hey, is it okay if we go ask them if they can help us with the job? I mean, he looks like he can fight pretty well. Not sure about the lizard guy though.
Well, I mean, we can go talk to them, see if they're new in town too, because everybody kind of looked at them like they looked at us when we walked in. So it's better to have weird friends than no friends at all, I guess.
Yeah.
So you want to go over and talk to them?
Sure.
Alrighty. Howdy.
I'm look up from her writing. I'm like, oh, hello.
Hey there, lizard guy.
Immediately, I'm going to put my quill down. I'm going to glare at him. And I'm like, I am no lizard. I am a tiefling wizard. And what are you, human, doing with a minotaur?
He's my dad.
During this, I'm going to do a spit take. You're taking a sip of my drink, and I'm going to immediately just go all over him. Or to the side, not really on him. And I'd be like, you're what?
Adopted father.
Oh, of
Hey
course.
guys, I'm back.
Yeah, welcome back. We're talking about how a minotaur adopted this human, apparently.
Okay. Seems a very interesting tale.
Yes. I just did a spit take also. So,
I'm going to
what is
gas
this?
at him.
So, what brings you to our table?
Well, we have a job, and we were wondering if you would like to help.
What is this job? Does it involve knowledge seeking by any chance?
I begin to open my mouth, and then I realized I forgot the moment that guy told me.
Well, all we know right now is that there is maybe a job here in town for the adventurer type, and you're a wizard, and your friend there looks like he can handle himself in a fight, so we thought maybe we'd ask y'all if you were looking for work. I mean, a little extra gold goes a long way around here.
Yes, we do seem to be low on the.
Raven Queen must have brought us together.
Yes, my friend here, or my bodyguard here, has his own quests, but overall we seek knowledge. If your job requires the seeking of knowledge, I will join you. Any money can be helpful around at this time of age.
Well, let's drink on it then.
I suppose so. As soon as I get done drinking, I'm gonna continue writing about what just happened in my little journal book.
So after I get through drinking, I'm gonna look at him again and I go, "So you're a Tething, right?"
It's a tiefling, boy. Tiefling.
Okay, I say kind of sarcastically.
You know how kids
All
are.
right.
And what are you, just a human laying on the ground?
I am a rogue, thank you very much, and a pretty decent one.
I'm going to immediately glare at him and forever keep an eye on my belongings.
Don't worry, I only steal from people who, well, kind of, and put it bluntly, piss me off.
Have to remember that then.
So you guys finish your drinks, and you decide to probably you want to learn more about this job that the Minotaur and human mentioned. So
Yes.
you go ahead and you go over to Gavriel's Arms. And you see it's a building. It's kind of got a smithy out back, and there's a shop in the front part. And you go in there, and you see a dwarf working the counter. You also notice that off to the side is this large, greenish-looking humanoid person who's just kind of browsing through stuff.
Do I know what kind of race or what this greenish humanoid is? Do I need to check for that?
Well, you could tell that he's probably some sort of orcish type, almost like probably a half orc.
Gotcha.
But I mean, if you want to know more about the half orcs, you'd have to roll something for it. But
yeah, I was more worried about the race and stuff. So we are at the forge, you said?
yep, you're at Gabriel's Arms, and like I said, you just walked in. There's a dwarf behind the counter working there. There's people out back working at the forge. There's lots of armor and weapons and lots of nice fine goods there.
I'm gonna turn to the Minotaur. I'm like, you're the one who invited us. You get the information. Of course, I'm gonna stay next to him and listen in, but you know.
Guys, I need to take a quick 5-minute break. My wife's calling me, so I'll be right back.
Yeah, no
Okay.
problem.
Alrighty. Sounds good.
I was literally just about to ask Dad, like, why is that guy green?
Well, apparently he's a half orc.
The guy doesn't really have the features of an orc, but at the same time he's green.
Yeah.
No, some of the half orcs are pretty orky looking.
Really?
Yeah, they got like the big kind
Yeah.
of tusky teeth and the snouty kind of pig noses and shit sometimes. So I mean, you know, it depends. You know, it goes from one to the other. But some of them can look pretty fearsome.
Yeah, half orc can look as much as human as possible and as much as the orc as possible. So.
Yeah, it's kind of like the half elves where they can look almost human with just like very little elf features, or they can look almost all elfish with just some human touches, you know?
Yep.
As you say that, I'm gonna scratch my chin and begin to think kind of weirdly. I never thought of that.
So how was everyone's day?
Tired.
Meh.
Whew. I worked, I don't know, 49 hours this week, so I've just been chilling.
Today is my sister's birthday, so I went down to where my parents live and visit her.
That's cool.
Yeah, she turned 9 today.
Yeah. Oh, should we kind of go over like what our characters use, like pretty much?
Now, I think as we get through battles and everything, the viewers will figure it out.
Well,
Okay.
that's the nice thing about the way these character sheets are set up too. I mean, whenever, Chris is doing something or something, you can just pop on his character sheet and you can see how it's all set up. And because I've got like Sam's and mine, both character sheets just sort of minimized on the screen right now, so I can just sort of hop back and forth
All
between them.
right, I'm back. My wife, I know my wife's gonna call me. She had to stay in town tonight. She just got off work because there's a snowstorm. We live about 20 miles outside town, and there's gonna be a blizzard tonight. So that
Gotcha.
her work is putting her up at a hotel tonight.
Okay.
So
Really?
she'll just give me a call.
Wait,
Yeah,
you're in a blizzard right now?
Yep.
Yeah.
They had any snow at all.
we're gonna have one tonight. Yep, we're supposed to get 7 to 10 inches of snow.
Oh my God, where do you live?
Iowa,
Oh yeah, dirt.
Yeah, that makes sense.
north central Iowa. So yeah. So, all right, you guys walk in. There's a
It
dwarf
was
behind the
70
counter.
here today.
It was mucky and dirty where I am. Oh, I
It's
guess I
been
should
warm,
kind of
but now
point
it's
this out.
cool off.
Sorry.
Okay.
I guess I should kind of point this out for people who might get confused. Dad is actually my real dad, and he's playing my father in the game too, so kind of figured people might get a little confused because of that.
No problem. So, what do you guys want to do?
I just asked the Minotaur to figure out the information since he's apparently the one leading us right now.
I'm gonna walk next to the ogre guy and begin looking at the weapons too.
I'm gonna look at the dwarf behind the counter and say to him in Dwarvish, good afternoon, good dwarf, and the blessings of Morden be upon you. Heard that you might be looking for some adventurers to take on some work.
He goes, "Ah, you're a big one, aren't you? And you speak the dwarvish tongue too. Well, then you can't be that bad." And he goes, "Yeah, let me go get the boss." And he takes off back, and a couple minutes later, another dwarf pops up and says, "Oh, you mentioned there was a big in here. So you looking for some work, huh? Well, here's what we got going on. The dwarves in the mountains mine the iron, and the iron comes here, and we forge weapons out of it and sell stuff and armor and things like whatever's needed. Well, we had this idea that we were going to make a kind of an outpost midway where they could stop and rest and for the evening or for their day, and then continue on the journey. Well, they were in the middle of working on it, and we haven't heard anything from them since. People are constructing it. They come back every week or so, get supplies and whatnot, but we haven't seen them. And so I'm looking for a group to go out there and see what's going on, and if worse comes to worse, find out what's going on and free the area or help them find out what they're doing, why they're waylaid for us. I'm willing to pay a amount of gold for it. He says, "I'll give you 120 gold to go do this for me."
Well, sir, that sounds like the kind of job that we might be looking for. So,
Wait, where do we have to go?
To an outpost, be somewhere, I guess, halfway between here and the mountains
He
where
brings
the iron
out
comes
he
from.
brings out a map and points out a location for you and says, "The outpost should be right about here." There's a probably a road that goes here. He says there should be a side road here, and it'll go off, and it's not that far off the road, but should be able to find it fairly easy.
Alrighty, that sounds good. Is there somebody there in charge that we should ask for when we get there? Or, I mean, is there like a head man that is running the operation up there that we should tell him who we're working
Well,
for
there
and
should
what we're
be
doing?
a group of dwarves working there. There should be a lead dwarf. Name is Moreland Beardswoggle. Came
I'm
off
gonna
the fly.
chuckle at that name.
And he's the foreman there. He should be the one in charge. Also, I want you guys. I do have someone that kind of knows that area a little bit, and he points over to Huru and says, "Hey, you, Huru, come here. These fellows have decided to help us out with this, or help me out and take a look at the outpost. You know where it's at. You've been on that road. Why don't you go give him a hand and show him where that's at and everything?" And Huru kind of grunts and says, "Ah, fine, as long as they don't slow me down." And you can
Man, you
tell.
are a nice guy, aren't you?
Well, you can tell that he is. He's got holy symbols on his shield and his armor, and he's probably some sort of paladin. So that's where you're at. And so you guys are looking around. Lots of nice goods and everything. I'm gonna go ahead and give you the note.
Hey, can I just kind of like talk to the guy and go, so, what weapon do you prefer?
Says, "Oh, long swords always worked well enough for me."
Yeah, I'm more of a short sword and dagger kind of guy. Well, then again, my shurikens do come in handy too, but I'm more of a quick stab kind of guy.
So in your journal now, you should be able to see. I just popped up on your screen. Should be actually, no, it's not. Hold on a second.
Am I still talking with the guy?
Yeah, you can talk to him. Go ahead.
Well, I guess my daggers are also good, but I've always had a fondness for this one. I say as I pull out my dagger to show him. It's the one that I was found with.
Well, that's a fancy one.
Yeah, I don't know much about it, but my dad said he found it on me when I was, well, found.
Well, that's a fancy dagger. Well, I've never seen one like that before, but I'm sure you'll find someone eventually that knows something about it.
Yeah, that's what I'm aiming for.
So now you guys should see in your there should be a note that says "Goods for Sale" handout. So there is a list of items for sale that in Gavriel's Arms and Armor. There's also any of the items that are in the mundane items that are in there as well, like all the armor, all the weapons and armor stuff. You could find those in there as well, but these ones that are listed right here are magic in some way.
Ooh.
A lot of them
Very
are
interesting.
I'm
in
just gonna
cases and are hung up behind the counter.
I'm just gonna kind of look at the pairing weapon and my eyes kind of begin to like sparkle a bit.
A lot of them are also behind the counter and in glass cases and things like that.
I
But,
just kind of look at it.
Lots of nice stuff there.
I think Dad knows this look on my face by now.
Settle down, son. You'll be able to one of these days.
Yeah, so I understand a lot of these goods are probably out of your price range, but now you know they're there. So, all right, now what do you guys want to do?
I'm ready to head out if you are.
I suppose we could go
Do we
ahead
know
and
about
leave.
how far it is to the outpost? I mean, do we want to head out now? Or should we take off first thing? Is it like a day's walk, and we take off first thing in the morning, and we can make it in a day? Or I mean, how far are we talking here?
It's between the Giant's Shield and Brindle, so it's probably about, I would say, about 30 miles. So it's about a good day's walk to get there. Probably about a day and a half at a good pace. So it's about a day and a half to get there. So
Well, do we want to go ahead
the
and take off
paladin,
this evening
Huru
and then
says
try
to
to
you,
finish off tomorrow?
he's staying at the Red Door. It's an inn in town, and he will meet with you guys tomorrow uh, outside Gavriel's shop in the morning.
Okay.
Well, that sounds good.
Alrighty.
Y'all want to just try to find an inn here in town and get a decent night's rest and take off first thing in the morning?
He said he was staying at the Red Door, right?
Yeah, that's where the orc is staying, half orc is staying.
Should
Hey,
we
you wanna
just
go-
go there?
Yeah, you want to just go check that place out?
Works for me.
Hope they're
Alrighty.
fond of tieflings and minotaurs.
We're just a band of misfits.
For real. You gonna make me stay in the stable or something?
I'm gonna give you hay to eat.
So what inn are you guys going to stay at?
I guess what was
Red
it called?
Door.
The Red Door?
Okay.
Go ahead
Yeah.
and head over there and check that place out, since it already seems to be pretty open to fairly not normal people.
Yeah.
That is, unless they're racist towards normal humans.
So you go to the Red Door.
funny. We don't accept his kind in here.
You walk in, and he does just like every other place. He does a little double take and goes, we've already got a half orc staying here. So what's a couple other races? So it's a human by the name of Leocus Tranith. And he says, we got a couple rooms available. And he says it's 1 gold per night.
We're
Yeah,
only
we
really
can handle that.
Yeah, we're only really staying one night right now.
Yeah, that sounds good. So
So that
I think
includes food and two pints per day.
that'll work.
That's fine with me. Dear God,
Yeah.
I wish the prices were good here.
So he gives you your room keys and lets you know when dinner is, and he goes back to doing his innkeeper-ish type things.
Gotcha.
While we're eating, can I go over to the Deva? I don't really know his name yet.
Sure, you do whatever you want.
Snafu.
So, you're a Deva, right?
Sorry, I didn't hear the question.
You're a Deva, right?
Yes, I am.
From what my dad told me, I don't really know much about other people because I've kind of been secluded from all kinds of places, and I don't really know much about other races. My dad's kind of teaching me, and from what he told me, you've been around a while.
Oh, I have only recently been in this form, but yes, I have been around.
Does this look familiar? I say as I pull out my dagger.
I'm gonna try and take it from him and inspect it.
I'll send you a message. Actually, I'll do this.
Channel switched. User was moved
So
to
you've
your
never
channel.
seen a dagger before in your life. You don't recognize or know anything about it. Just so you know.
Okay.
Channel switched. User was moved to your channel.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know anything.
Oh, well, I had to ask at least. Thanks, I say as I kind of go back.
All right. So you guys have a uneventful evening of. You guys have all right. You have dinner. You get a good night's sleep. You get all your stuff ready, supplies and everything, your packs and stuff, and you meet Huru in front of Gabriel's arms the next morning, probably around, I'd say 7 in the morning.
Okay, I guess we get up in the morning, stretch our limbs from a weary night, and get ready for travel.
So it's all right.
Oh,
We got
sorry.
a long trek ahead of us. We'll get probably about halfway there today. Then we'll get the other half tomorrow. We'll probably get there tomorrow afternoon, in about high noon time frame.
Okay. As we're walking there, can we like talk to each other if we want to?
Sure. And you're gonna camp out too that night as well. So
Okay.
there'll probably be a good chance then to talk and stuff like that.
Okay.
So
Well, I look at Huru and say that since you've been on this road before, do you know of any places where there might be trouble that we have to like be on the lookout for anything?
this he says this road's usually pretty good. I've traveled a couple times, never had any problem with bandits or anything like that. But I've never had any problem with it. It's usually patrolled by it's Brindle for about 10 miles, and then let me look at the map
Well,
again.
that was without me and Dad. We kind of don't have the best luck when it comes to bandits.
Patrolled by Brindle for about 10 miles, and then Witch Cross about the other 10 miles. So it's usually not too bad. So you guys travel, and you come up to what looks like a fork in the road, and you notice at this fork there's a group there, and there's about 3 guys, and they're all kind of standing over something, kicking something. And as you get closer, you notice that it's a person.
Okay, the people doing the kicking, are they people too, or are
Yeah,
they
they're people. They're kicking him, and
sort of just stomping on some poor guy in the road?
when you kind of get within earshot, you hear him say, "You should have just given us your money. Now you'll give us your money and your life."
I hear that and I just yell, "Idiots!"
And they look around, they see 5 people coming up, and they go, "Ah, drat!" And they take off running.
Huh. They didn't even let me get my one-liner in.
They just take off running, and they don't run down the road. They like take off into the brush and stuff.
Dad, do you mind like looking out for him by look at this guy?
Yeah, I'm gonna go over and try to help the poor guy on the ground and see if I maybe can do something for him.
So you walk up. You know he's a fairly tall fellow. He's got long pointy ears. You recognize what's called an eladrin. Kind of what we think of as an elf from the Fey plane. Tall fella. You also notice there is a flute case on the floor next to him. He also has a wand. And he's dressed in normal adventuring clothing. He's kind of in the fetal position, covering himself up. And he walks and goes, and he says, "Hold on, I gotta work this out because this is the tough part about this guy."
Sounds like a bard.
It just occurred to me, this guy was getting stomped by 3 humans. Then he hears idiots, and then the guys run off. He looks up and there's a minotaur staring him in the face.
Yeah, more or less.
It's a minotaur. I do with
He
horns.
says, "Don't
And
kick
a
me,
purple
please.
guy.
I have nothing to please."
Oh my god, he speaks in rhymes.
Oh god, no.
um,
Dad, this is your department.
yep, that's you. You're the one talking to him, Minotaur dude.
Alrighty, so I look at him and say, what brings you here to having people, trying to rob you in the crossroads? Where are you headed? Why are you out here all by yourself?
"I'm just a bard. Should not be that hard."
Do you do that on purpose, or does that come naturally?
It is a cursed. I am so cursed, it is the worst.
What happens if you say something but you can't rhyme the rest of it?
And I reach into my pack and I hand him an orange.
I get headaches that are bad. It makes me very sad.
Yay. This guy's gonna be fun.
Oh, yes, he will be.
Oh, God.
So, this is the introduction. This is the bard that I'll be playing most of the time. His name is Uranus, and as you've already found out, he has been cursed.
Wait. His name is Uranus?
Uranus, Arrannis.
I'll be sure to remember that.
So he, like I said, he's cursed. He can only speak in rhyme. He was cursed by one of the.
I see what you did there, Shane. I see what you did there.
He was cursed by one of the Fey gods, and all he can do is speak in rhyme.
Is there any way to lift this curse?
Not right now. There's not.
I'm just gonna kind of look at the dude and go, well, where are you going anyway? Are you trying to think of a way to make him say something that
yes.
rhymes, Shane?
Yeah, you have to. So he pretty much says to you, travel down the road from town to town I go. A debt I owe you. So for now I go with you. I know it doesn't rhyme very well, but that's what I came up with. So live with it.
Control with it.
Shane, you don't really have to rhyme it every time. You can kind of just give us a summary of what he says. I can understand that trying to rhyme 2 words can be really, really hard. But then again,
In the meantime, I can.
Oh, you're good. Sorry.
I'm just gonna like say to him, please stop talking. I don't like rhymes all that much.
I agree with my friend here.
Oh, he's not going to talk very often. That's why he rhymes. So he doesn't talk very often. It's hard for him to speak because he has to speak everything in rhyme. So he doesn't speak very often.
I see what you did. Okay, I know what you did there.
Yep.
So if we ever
would it be
get...
better to ask him just like yes and no questions?
Maybe.
Or does that screw him up too?
I don't know. For the kind of think of him as a supporting type character, guys. It's really what he is. He's not going to take part. He's not going to take part in very many skill challenges. He knows a couple of rituals and things. He may help out a little bit, but his main part here is to kind of support the group. He fills an extra role of being an extra healer, pretty much.
We are going to interrogate him thoroughly and ask about his background.
Well, if you want to sit through 3 hours of rhymes, I guess we can, but
Okay, let's keep on going.
Yeah.
All right.
Guys,
So he picks up off the ground, he gathers his belongings, and he starts to travel with you. And during
okay, sorry.
Go ahead.
I have to go help my mom. I'll be right back.
So during the road, he comes up with somebody. Pretty much he comes out, he asks you where we're going, and you guys let him know that you guys were headed towards to do some work at find out some missing mine or some missing construction.
And we all skipped out towards the tower, happily ever after.
So you guys get to the camp for the night, and you set up camp, eat dinner, all such sort of things. Haru mentions to you that you guys should get there the next day in the afternoon. Made good time today, even though you had to stop for the Spoony Bard. This is your guys' opportunity to, I guess, fill everyone in on your backstory around the campfire. So
It's the CAMP for SONG song.
Yep. So this is your guys' chance, kind of maybe give your background story, let you guys know kind of what your characters' deals are. And
I
we'll go
think
from
we can
there.
wait for.
As soon
As soon as Sam gets back.
Yeah.
as soon as me and Mathis sit down, we just start singing the campfire song.
It's the CFFR, so what you saw. It's so spooky ghost stories. I make s'mores.
What are s'mores, Mathis?
With my unknown powers that only last for the next 20 seconds, I'm just gonna magically conjure s'more materials and we're gonna eat s'mores.
Some prestidigitation there.
Yeah, there we go, that works. And I'll be like, it's this stuff.
I'm going to take it and eat all of it.
And then I'll just conjure more, enough for everyone. Enough for a 5-headed dragon that shouldn't
So
exist.
go ahead and you guys subtract a 1 ration from your guys' character sheets because that's what you guys used to eat for that day.
Darn it, Chris.
No, I think we're gonna eat a ration no matter what.
I know. I just remembered.
Yeah, it's gonna happen either way. And that includes your lunch, everything. So
I'm surprised we can actually keep up with rations. Okay, it's fine. No biggie.
all right. I guess we want to go and take a 5 minute break or so while we wait for Sam to come back.
We can.
Well, I guess we're gonna do that. Go and use the bio, get a drink, something like that. We'll meet back up here in about 5 minutes or so to when Sam gets back.
Alrighty, sounds good.
All right.
Okay.